We're at Parkside. We're joined by Aveley new manager Keith Rowland. Keith, first of all, welcome back to Aveley and welcome to Parkside. For the Aveley fans who may not have met you before, can you fill us in a little bit on your background in the non-league game?
Well, how long have you got? Basically, I came into non-league at the age of 31, 32. Started off playing and then getting more involved in the coaching side of stuff. And then came to Aveley. Had a 3-year stint at the club when we were at the old ground and had a fantastic time. You know, we nearly made it into the Conference South, believe it or not. Moved on to Braintree. Again, had another fantastic 5 years up there. Had a little break when I came out of there and then went to Wingate and Finchley. Had 3 years in the Ryman Premier, the league above, and again had a really successful time up there. And then as time goes on, I came out, it was time for me to leave the club and move on, and then I've had a little break out of the game for a little while, but as I said, I'm well versed in non-league football, albeit I've had a football career off the back of that, but I've been well versed in non-league football. I've been in it now for coaching for a good 13 years now, so this is another chapter, another step, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Brilliant. When the opportunity came up, obviously of coming back to Aveley, was it an easy decision for you to apply?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. It was very simple because I wanted to apply for the job. There was, in the 8 to 9 months I was off, there was jobs that came along. 1 or 2 I was interested in, but never applied for hardly anything. And when this one came along this time round, I thought the timing was right for me to do it.
The facilities here at Parks are second to none for this level of football. Was that a major factor in your decision to apply as well?
Yes, of course. But I had this conversation with a few people over the last week or so, and with the chairman last night, and we took Aveley on 10 years ago off the back of being at the old ground, which was a poor facility. But it all hinges and all goes back to the basics of a football team. You know, I've come here to manage, to coach, to try and progress a group of players in this league, and the facilities, are fantastic. This is progress for Aveley, without a shadow of a doubt, in terms of facilities, in terms of fan base now. It's exciting times for the club, and I just want to push it forward.
You're meeting the lads later as well and potentially taking training. Have you seen any of the lads play recently, and what are your thoughts?
I came here on Friday night to the FA Cup game. I watched them a few times last year. As like all non-league clubs, there's always wholesale changes in the summer. There hasn't been a great deal of change here. There's ability. It'll just take that little bit of time for me to, in my own time, find out the ability in the squad. Of course, I'll try and probably add to it, but when you do that, you're only doing it to help the squad. You know, that's never for me. It's never a threat to look at a squad of players and say I'm going to try and add to it. It's only progression. But in the meantime, every single player at this football club who's at training tonight, for the foreseeable future, will get their fair opportunity to proceed on to move forward.
What are your expectations while being here?
Expectations, again, I had this conversation last night. Expectations are what you make of them yourself. My expectations have always been to win the next game of football. I've never really finished outside the top 10 in any football club I've worked with, as an assistant or as a manager. I've had promotions, I've had cup runs. The last near on 3 seasons at Wingate, the club never finished outside the top 10, which was a club record. To make the playoffs for them was the highest they've ever finished in the league above. So to have expectations to go into a football club, you've got to be very careful how you manage that. I've just got to do better this season than what I've done last season. I hope to, given time, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Thanks for the opportunity to chat with you today. We hope you have a long, successful relationship with you here. Welcome back to Aveley. And finally, from the fans, everyone associated with the club, we wish you a happy birthday for Saturday. And hopefully for Sunday. And hopefully on Saturday the boys get you 3 points as a birthday present.
That'll be great.
Brilliant.
Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
Keith. Thank you.
Thank you.